Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, text number 28. Avyaktedani Bhudani Vyakta Madhyani Bharata Avyakta Nidanani Eva Tatraka Paridevana. Here Lord Krishna is addressing to Arjuna. Avyaktedani Bhudani, in the past, before the creation, all living entities were invisible. Avyaktedani Bhudani. Bhudani means all living entities. Vyakta Madhyani Bharata. In the middle, they all manifest their existence. Avyakta Nidanani Eva. In the end, again, every one of them will be annihilated. Tatraka Paridevana. So, what is there for mourning? So, there is no reason for your lamentation. You are lamenting on something which is not real at all. Because living beings themselves appear from the dormant stage, then perform some activities, establish something, enjoy something, suffer some areas, and again vanquishes from this world when annihilation takes place. The annihilations are different in numbers. At least there are 4 different annihilations. One is the body going to be destroyed. Then the end of the day of Lord Brahma, there is an annihilation. Then the end of the life of Lord Brahma, there is an annihilation. And every 72 Chaduryuga after, there is an annihilation. So in this way, there are many annihilations. And we are not actually permanent. We are thinking that we are going to live for millions of years in this world. We need to focus on Krishna consciousness. That is the prime duty of every living being. Then bread, butter, jam, roti, kapda, makan, one can focus on. First, we have to be spiritual, religious. Then the bodily requirements we can work on. So that is the way the life is structured. Living entities are never created. They are expanded by Lord Sri Krishna. What is created is the body. Everything that is created also will be destroyed. Because the soul was not created at any time, it has no destruction. What is destroyed is the one that is created, is the body. So therefore, if you remain always Krishna conscious, even though you don't see Krishna every day, or even once in a week or once in a month, you don't see Krishna at all, because you followed the rules and regulations and the order of the Supreme Lord. The Supreme Lord is always there to take care of you at the end of your life, which means the end of your bodily existence. Krishna places you to the right place, that is in the spiritual world. The living entities are collectively endeavoring to perform pious activities so that they can go to the heavenly planet. But what is heavenly planet? It's just going to Europe or America. The facilities are there. So much sensual enjoyment facilities are given in heavenly planet. But the life is not permanent there. God is in heaven, which means God is in the spiritual world. The heavenly planetary system for the higher purpose of enjoyment. But the spiritual world is furthermore with variegatedness. A living entity cannot imagine the varieties of enjoyment available in the spiritual world with God, without any karmic reactions. In the heavenly planet also there is karma. Lot of sufferings are also there because the demons always come and attack them. There is no peace of mind. Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Surya, they were all in anxiety because the demons comes from somewhere and dethrone them and they take over the heavenly planet. So going to the heavenly planet is also not safe. The safest place is go to Krishna Loka or Vaikunta Loka, Narayana Loka or Vishnu Loka. There the demons have no access. If they come, Lord will slash them or cut off their head by his Sudarshan. The Lord is capable to take care all his devotees, dedicated devotees. But in heaven, there is no guarantee. And not only that, even if there is no problem in heavenly planet, the death and birth is always there. Old age and disease not there in heavenly planet, but death and birth is there. Then what happens? You have a certain number of years, just like you are going to go to better materially organized country like England or America or Australia, or you try to get a visa and go there. When visa is over, you are asked to return to your mother country. Similarly, in a heavenly planet, by your pious activities, you get a visa to go to heavenly planet. Then you go to heavenly planet. But when your pious deeds are exhausted, then you are thrown away from that planet and you fall into a Rakshasa Loka just below the heavenly planet. The Rakshasas like to eat the heavenly bodies coming from the heavenly planet or falling from the heavenly planet. They bifurcate, split their body. Then the soul actually comes out of the body, that body, heavenly body. And it actually mixes in the clouds. And through the raindrops, the living entity comes down. According to its respective karma, it takes shelter in the leaf, grains, beans. Accordingly, it enters into the human body or animal bodies or any other bodies, because the living entities, previous karma and desire, that decide him in which womb he has to be placed. If he is lucky enough to continue the human form of life, then he enters into the male body through the grains or spinach or leafy items or grains or beans. Then the man actually discharge into the female's womb. Then again the living entity comes as a human being and continue his actions, acquiring and losing and all those things again starts. So this is the signs of falling from the heavenly planet. But once you go to the spiritual world by dint of devotional service to the Supreme Lord, whether he is Lord Rama, Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana, or Krishna directly, you are transported to that place. You never come back again into this material world. You will have a permanent spiritual body. Nadat bhashayade suryo na shashango na pavakaha yad gadvana nivartande taddama paramam mama. Krishna says, in my planet there is no sun or moon. Nadat bhashayade suryo, no Surya. Na shashango, no moon. Pavakaha, any fire or electricity or wind. One who goes there, he never takes birth again into this material world. This is Krishna's promise. So therefore, worshipping the Supreme Lord, as I said, is worshipping everyone. Worshipping everyone is not worshipping the Supreme Lord. Therefore, concentrate on worshipping Lord Sri Krishna with your faith and devotion. Otherwise, Avyaktedani Bhudani, Vyakta Madhyani Bharata, now it is in the middle, we are all manifested here. Avyakta Nidanani Eva, if that devotional service is not rendered to the right person, then again we will be annihilated and will be in the dormant stage, slumber, sleeping, until the next creation begins. So when next creation begins, again we were given the wake-up call and go back to the material world again, only to suffer. Material world means the place for suffering. The prison house means place for suffering. not for enjoyment. You may get food for your sustenance because the court case is actually going on. Till that time, they want to keep you. So this is the understanding. So material world is a prison house where we could only suffer the pain inflicted by the material nature and is coming from your own karma. So therefore, let us execute right services to the Supreme Lord and become fully happy. If we are not actually reaching that, the desire to become fully happy never manifests anywhere in the material world. It's not going to be, it's not mentioned. Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna says, Alayam. Alayam means Vidyalayam, like a place of Vidya. Like that, this place, that is the material world, is a place of dukkha. Dukkhalayam. Ashashvatam. And anything that we have is all going to be temporary. So therefore, let us not go back to the avyakta stage. From here itself, we can have the Vyakta stage, more conscious, more developed conscious life, which is in the spiritual world. So we have a choice of going back to the Avyakta or Vyakta, which is more clear, more visible in the spiritual nature. There are two natures, material nature and spiritual nature. And we originally belong to the spiritual nature. Because we are not desiring to go to the spiritual nature, we placed into the Avyakta stage and waiting for the next creation to bring us back to this material world. Just like the hardcore criminals are actually put in the solitary confinement. So when they reduce their criminal activities or become obedient to the government, they bring them into a normal prison house. But however, he has no freedom until he obeys the order of the Lord and go through the number of years of punishment for his previous criminal actions. He has to be in the prison house. But when he is obedient, you don't actually get out simply becoming obedient, in few days. No, you have to suffer that old actions you have committed. After that, they let you go to the city, provided you convince them by your action, by your words, that you don't commit such sinful activities or offenses or crimes again. Then they will let you go to the city and live. Similarly, it's not that as soon as you have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, immediately you are going to die and you are transported to the spiritual world. No. You have to continue that devotion service until the death take place. That is the time the Lord waive all your sinful reactions and take you to the spiritual world. So we have to take the devotion service with our heart and soul. That is the explanation. Otherwise, we are going to be in the Avyakta stage again. So now we are here, again we will unmanifest. That is what this verse says. Thank you. Hare Krishna.